Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful poinsettia Christmas card or holiday card. Okay, let's get started. So I already pre-cut some of the cardstock for the card. So I'm using shaded spruce, and this card is measuring 5 1/4 by 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I just folded it and I'm just gonna burnish it just to make the edge real nice and crisp. Then I took from, oh, hold on just a minute here. From the Poinsettia Place Designer series paper, I took this sheet, like the wood grain looking sheet, and I just cut I cut it to 4 5/4. I'll put all the measurements in the description box below, but yeah, this is, hold on, let me just double check. Yes, 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to mount this on here. And this side's really pretty too. And just center it, leaving a border around the base of the card, just like that. And then, oh, I also just got some piece of scrap, very vanilla, shaded spruce, and old olive, because we're gonna stamp and die cut the little leaves for this. But first, what I would do if you want to recreate this card, I would start coloring the poinsettia. So what I did, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned this in my holiday haul. I placed this order, plush poinsettia, and it's flocked on vellum, and I said, oh, I wonder if you can color it. So that's what I did with this. So I'm gonna show you, I already colored this and I let it dry, and you're gonna want to let it dry because the ink will come off. So I already did this one, but I just want to show you how I colored it. So here it is. Okay. So I took one of the blends, I took the light real red, and for this card I just used this side, the brush side, the brush tip side, and colored it. But I noticed that it was kind of bleeding on the edges. So what I did on the second one is I first, and it's gonna take a little bit longer, I outlined it, but I didn't get too close to the edge because it does bleed a little bit. But if you stay within the edge, it'll be fine. So I outlined it first, and then I went with the the pin tip, or the fine tip. Then with the brush tip is what I colored it in with the brush tip. I mean, it's already flocked, but it's really pretty colored. So after you do the rest of the petals, you're going to want to let it dry, because the ink will transfer. Like, I'll show you real quick. You see? So that's what I did that with this. Like, I kind of just did the whole flower like this and got some of the ink off. It looks a little lighter than this one. I don't know if you can tell a difference. But this one, I just colored it completely and just let it dry, and it's fine. Okay, so after that, like I said, if you want to recreate this card, do this first to give it time to dry. Then I did, let's do the stamping. So I already did some of the stamping just because there's a lot of little pieces and I don't want this video to be too long. So I used, oh, if I can grab it. I used 3 of these different leaves from the Poinsettia Petals stamp set. I used this one and this one. So I'm just going to show you how I stamped it, and then we'll die cut the last 2 leaves, and then we'll die cut the poinsettia. So I have this little felt mat. No. Oh my gosh. What is this called? Foam mat? Foam? Yeah, foam. And I like, when I stamp, I like stamping on it because it leaves like a crisper image. Just a little tip for you. Okay, so let's start stamping. So we're gonna start with Shaded Spruce. And I already got my stuff mounted here. So with this little leaf image, we're just gonna put some ink on there and then stamp it here. And then let's clean this off real quick. And then with Old Olive, we're gonna do the other leaf, which looks like a pine leaf or something, I don't know. Hold on, there's some cat hair, sorry. Okay, so ink that puppy up and then stamp it. Clean this off. Okay, so now let's die cut these real quick. Okay, so then put this over. Oh, nothing moved. I think something moved. All right, we're just gonna go for it. There we go. Yeah, it moved a little bit. It's okay though. Oh, that one. Okay. We're still gonna use it. Oh, I forgot to do my sentiment. Okay, it's fine. We'll do that last. I wanted to just give you another little tip for this. When you color this, put something underneath, something dark, like a piece of cardstock underneath. It won't bleed, but just put something underneath it so you can see the flower, because if you see here, you really can't see it against white and you might go over the edge. So if you put something underneath it in a dark cardstock, it's easier for you to see when you outline. Just a little tip. Okay, so let's assemble the card here. But look how pretty that is. Really pretty, huh? Okay, so let's see, what are we gonna do here? Hold on, let me get all my little pieces together. All my little leaves together. Okay, let's see here. And then, okay, so what I did first is I used this like gold ribbon from the Forever Greenery trim combo pack, and I'm just gonna put some of it down. And normally I just put, oops, just a couple strips, not too much, because I don't want it to come through. I don't want it to show through like on this one. It did. I kind of overdid it and you can see a little bit, but that's okay. So I just put the edge down and I just do like, on this one I'm going to do big circles because of the leaves. They're a little bit bigger. So I just do big circles and just kind of let the ribbon do its thing. I just let it go wherever it kind of wants to fall. I want another loop right here. Okay, I hope. Okay, my camera stopped recording for some reason. Okay, I don't know when it stopped, but I just made a couple loops and I'm just gonna stop it there. And then I'm just gonna trim it. Then I'm going to put the flower there with dimensionals. I'm gonna put one in the middle. And don't worry about it because we're gonna put something in the middle there at the end. Then what I did is I just trimmed the edges here because it's really thin, and I put just 3 little pieces, like one piece here, one piece here, and one piece there. So one piece here, and you, like, again, you won't be able to see this because of the red. And then here, and then here. Okay, right here. Then I'm gonna put the leaves with some glue dots. And you can place them anywhere you want. So I started off with the old olive leaf first and then the shaded spruce. And I just tuck them in here. And then we're almost done. You know what, I'm going to put it here so I can cover that edge that didn't cut properly, so you can't see it. There we go. Then the center. So I was so excited. I really wanted to use these beaded pearls, so I'm going to put one of the pearls in the middle. What I did is I put a glue dot on each little pearl just so it can stick and it doesn't fall. And it fits perfectly too. And then right in the center, so you won't even see that dimensional right there. Okay, so we're almost done. Let's put the sentiment. And oh, I already mounted it here. So we are going to stamp Happy Holidays in real red. Where's my real red? Oh, it's over here. Let me get my little foam mat. I love this thing. And you can get like a full sheet. I think it's 8.5 by 11. I'm sure, I wonder if they make 12 by 12. I don't know. And you can just, you know, cut it small like this, or even use the full 8.5 by 11. Okay. And just stamp that. Oh. Okay, so let's die cut this out. So for this, I'm going to use, or I used, the Tasteful Labels dies. And it's this little banner. Really cute, and it's stitched. Oh, I guess I didn't mention, the dies that I used to cut the poinsettia are from the, let's see, Poinsettia dies. Okay, let's die cut this. Okay, and then I attached it with dimensionals. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, this is very vanilla, the cardstock. Oh. And then I just placed it here. Okay, and then the last thing I do when I make a card is I always put another piece of cardstock here. I cut it 4 by 5 1/4, and I do that because it makes the card more sturdier, because there's so much on the front of the card that it kind of, it's heavy in the front and not in the back, so it kind of balances out with this extra cardstock, and I like the look that it gives. So that's the last step that I do when I make cards. And then again, just center it and leaving a border around the edge. And there you have it, a really beautiful holiday or Christmas card. I know it's really early for Christmas, but I just wanted to play with these stamp sets, and I figured I'd make one, and I was really excited about this stamp set, the Poinsettia stamp set. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more holiday or a different holiday, comment down below. I'll probably wait maybe a couple more months. But yes, let me know if you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Thank you so much. Bye.